Welcome to Reeves Rents. Thanks for joining me. I got a video for you from Bill Maher, and Bill Maher is sad, and I'm so happy because I want to thank Bill Maher. You helped get the Democrat Party thrown out of office. You've done an amazing job of criticizing the wokeness, the woke agenda, and all of the failures of the Democrat Party. So let's roll into this video.
I know I should probably tell you to vote in what, honest to God, is really the most important election ever.
If you don't vote the Democrats out of power, we're going to end up with more of the same crap that everybody's very unhappy with.
So, okay, yes, you should vote. And it should be for the one party that still stands for democracy preservation.
You can't claim to be about democracy if you want to stop freedom of speech. And the absence of realizing that is amazing to me and most of the rest of the people watching this.
The January 6th hearings, it turns out, changed nobody's mind. Democrat Jamie Raskin said the hearings would tell a story that will really blow the roof off the House.
So you can't ignore some major events, major riots, and then highlight others and expect people to care a whole bunch.
The committee did a masterful job laying out the case, but we live in partisan America now.
As much as you may and many Democrats may think this was a fair presentation of all of the evidence that exists within the January 6th incident, I'm sure that there's a lot of evidence and a lot of things that other people would have liked to have seen. I know that there's evidence that I would have liked to have seen that wasn't presented at all on behalf of Donald Trump, and I don't even support him.
So here's what's going to happen. Republicans will take control of Congress, and next year they'll begin impeaching Biden and never stop. They'll impeach him for getting out of Afghanistan and getting into Ukraine, for inflation, for recession, for falling off his bike.
You make it seem as though getting out of the Afghanistan war the way that he did wasn't a problem. And what we've seen in this other war isn't a problem either. Comparing the two of them to each other, we've handled one absolutely opposite of how we've handled the other, and you want to justify one and claim we needed to bail out of the other. You're dismissing actual facts here, like the inflation. That's a big deal to a lot of people. I know to rich people it's not a big deal.
Look, I think that a lot of what passes for leftist liberal culture today is essentially economic privilege masquerading as morality.
People who have money don't understand that these are real issues, not January 6th.
But Biden will be a crippled duck when he goes up against the 2024 Trump-Kari Lake ticket. And this time, he's not going to take no for an answer, because this time he will have behind him the army of election deniers that is being elected in 4 days. There are almost 300 candidates on the ballot this year who don't believe in ballots.
This doesn't make sense. The whole big lie is based on the idea that absentee ballots got frauded, mail-in ballots got frauded, ballots all over the place got frauded. Whether I believe in that or not, the fact is that's what it's all based in. They're the ones who wanted to count them the most.
And they'll be the ones writing the rules and monitoring how votes are counted in 24.
It's going to be very transparent these next few elections when Republicans are in control, and they're going to show how transparent elections should go. Because we didn't get to see that with the last election as much as everyone thinks we did and thinks it was, so clear, not giving any credit to the fact that the lack of clarity is the reason why everybody kind of believes in the big lie.
We're the Titanic right after the iceberg hit.
The Democrat Party has sank the country. Inflation is through the roof because the Democrats have done so poorly with all of this, and instead of accepting these realities.
But before we do go, I'd like to say a little farewell to some of the things that really did make America great that now we're going to lose forever.
A lot of what they say is just an effort to immediately take the moral high ground and, holding the moral high ground, do whatever they want to the country.
The Bill of Rights. When there is no accountability at the ballot box, there are no actual rights.
Nothing that has happened during the last 2 years under Biden's presidency suggests to the American people that free speech is what they value. And if you can't value the First Amendment out of all of them in that Bill of Rights that you bring up, then you don't get to bring up the rest of them.
Our elections will just be for show, like in China and Russia and all the other places Trump says are very strong.
This is exactly what the Democrats blamed the Republicans for just a year during the last 2 years.
Free speech? Well, he's a man who's always taken criticism well.
For you to claim as though the people who've been in power for the last 2 years to have not used the social media sites and powers that be against the Republican Party for the last 2 years is complete dismissal of any sort of reality. And this is just more as to why the Democrats are going to lose.
I wouldn't count on freedom of religion lasting. QAnon and the other shock troops of the Trump takeover of the Republican Party are all quasi-religious entities who want a Christian government.
So to say that is to dismiss how America was actually created, and it's from Christianity giving freedom of religion to everybody in the country.
Even something like pot, will it stay legal?
He left it legal while he was president. You're just talking nonsense now. He even publicly came out and said that he doesn't care about marijuana when the state started legalizing it when he first was president.
Ah, the rule of law. That one was a real jewel. Yeah.
Nobody believes that the Democrat Party is the party of law and order after they just tried to defund the police. Stop pretending that the Democrats care about America. They care about getting elected, and their values have gone against what the American people want. It's clearly visible to everybody who actually pays attention and doesn't carry the water for the Democrat Party and sees things through a real reality. Yes, Donald Trump is a bad guy, but everything was better under him than what we've seen. With that being said, thanks to all my subscribers. Thanks to all of you for watching all the way to the end. If you're still here, hit that like and subscribe button. I mean, you're still here. And thanks again for watching. Later.